This has been an absolutely crazy week for Sonic the Hedgehog, and I don't want to repeat a bunch of stuff every creator here has already said, so I only want to talk about big things I don't see a lot of other people talking about. First, I want to acknowledge Colleen O'Shaughnessy has confirmed she is not in the new Sonic show, which is a strange twist considering she was in the end of the Sonic movie. Spoiler, if it took you a year to see it! So this shakes up a lot, because now it is much less certain who will even play Tails in the Sonic movie sequel. It could be her, as this might just be for Sonic Prime. But if Sonic Prime's a big hit, this might just be the direction going forward. There was so much fan excitement behind her cameo in the movie, so it makes me question the direction behind the show. We currently know nothing other than a few castings, and the graphic design is my passion logo, with a move that is directly contradictory to what the fans were anticipating with Tails, and it looking more likely that they're swapping out the whole cast entirely, which could include Eggman, which I have to get into later. There's no telling much at this very moment. We do know a bit about the two studios Netflix ordered this from, but we don't know anything about the specific creative leads. It's easy to just say Sega or Netflix, which is probably what most of us are going to do. I know I will. We don't necessarily know whose creative decisions are whose. This could have been done by anyone. So I wouldn't go around saying, Sega, bad move. Crush my, I mean, look at the sadness in this poor boy's eyes. This is true heartbreak. I'm mostly upset that there's a chance that Speed Supersonic Ricardo actually might have had a role in this. I swear, if it's Tom Holland, I'm going to absolutely flip out. And with how crazy reality is right now, I'm afraid to say that there's a 40% chance of this happening. But the big takeaway from this whole situation is it's really making me question if Ben is going to be Sonic. This is a big deal. Some people might just think this is some little insignificant internet thing, but this is actually the most significant thing to happen in the last 30 years. The reason is, if Ben is not Sonic, like I said, hashtag Badnik, a Sonic Boom selfie parody, gets it. The only confirmed casting is that Sonic is not Roger, Tails is not Colleen, the one actress whose name I cannot remember is not Amy, and the Eggman is scared. But that's where it gets really spicy. Mike Pollock made a series of ambiguous tweets as to whether he'll be Eggman or not.
My non-disclosure agreements have never been more crucial than at this very moment. Every copyright law in the universe is going to stop me from sharing what I know. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to make some popcorn. Non-announcement. International substances. I've said nothing. You know what's the worst part about an NDA? I can't tell you. I just got an audition email. Like most of them, contain the warning. All details and materials included are confidential and should not be shared. And now I'll get in trouble. I've signed hundreds of NDAs over the course of my career. Not necessarily in the case. The point of each being don't spoil the surprise. By now I've learned that any info release is not mine to share. That's why you don't see me tweet about the auditions I did last week. That I just tweeted about.
And with the inclusion of him just getting an email and saying, now I'll get in trouble, it just makes me wonder why he even tweeted anything in the first place. If he has a non-disclosure agreement, then he shouldn't want to tease it either way. If I were in his big Eggman shoes, I would have just tweeted nothing. So I responded because I was like, what's he talking about? But then he just responded in 2 tweets, basically just saying, I have an NDA, I can't say either way. But if that were the case, then why did all the other cast say it? I can't imagine these big voice actors just breaking NDAs. Personally, I have no clue if Mike Pollock's going to be in it. A lot of people are already just saying he's out, but I'm not certain.
This is an NBC News special report.
Announcement on announcement. Mike Pollock confirmed he is staying in as Eggman, but he only confirmed the game, so we really don't know about Sonic Prime, or at least just yet. Oh, and by the way, this happened 2 minutes ago as of recording this, so I'm right on the ball. If he is out, that's honestly heartbreaking, and I hope they phase out Eggman as a villain and get someone new, because I don't want to sound snobby, like a snobby boy, but I just can't see anyone else as Eggman at this point. Maybe I would warm up to whoever fills the role, but I'm a lot more open-minded than most people. I question how far the development of this show has even made, as this logo might not even be the final one. At least I'm hoping not. It's well known that Netflix is a massive analytical company and that they tweak every minor thing based on performance, and this show's rumors only began a short while ago, with just a logo released and the beginning rumblings of casting information. If the voice actors and actresses didn't even know they were on the show until a few days ago, the development can't be that far. Honestly, this feels like the information we got about the Sonic movie in 2017 when we first knew it was going to be Ben Schwartz, Jim Carrey in live action. I wouldn't hold your breath. I'm honestly hoping we get to see a peek of the show by the end of the year, or at least just a little teaser. And I know we're going to get a ton of more announcements this year, but my main holdout is still for an actual Sonic game that I can play with my grease-covered stubby fingers by the end of 2021. That's the goal. 2022 will 100% be a great year for Sonic, but I want to make the best of what we've got this year. I am, however, very excited to see Netflix manning the wheel and overseeing this whole operation. While ultimately they just order it and the studios make it, they have ultimate control. And since they're such a massive company, they get the ultimate decision on everything. My introduction to Sonic was through Sonic X, and Netflix announced they ordered a Tomb Raider anime on the same day as this. So I'm going to go ahead and trust that they know what they're doing. I know this show isn't going to be an anime, but they are putting a clear effort into video game adaptations after their Castlevania anime's success. So this will definitely reflect that. How this does will be very decisive for a lot of other franchises watching and waiting for their multimedia adaptation to rise to glory. I am truly excited for the first peek of any footage or even art. I had a pretty good idea of what the Sonic movie was going to be, and it fit right in that bubble. But with this, I have no clue. When I hear Netflix 3D animated show, I think Boss Baby back in business. But when I hear Netflix video game adaptation, I think Castlevania. However, I would keep your expectations somewhat low if you're a person that gets really emotionally invested in these things. I'm looking out for you gamers. Now, this is going to sound snobby. Honestly, I would have 1000% more faith in the show if they put out a better logo and name. But this just makes me a bit sus. Plus this whole voice acting fiasco. What can you even think of this? Do you think we should get another person like Colleen? Or maybe Tails should go back to a kid's voice like in Sonic Heroes? I'm actually genuinely curious what everyone thinks about that. Come to think of it, there could be a chance Tails isn't even in the show. All of the side characters aren't in it, and it's mostly following Sonic and the lore destroyer that's a multiverse. So now instead of the 2 worlds theory, there's like 12. This is an absolutely crazy time for this franchise. And with a new Sonic show, this channel is going to be harder than ever to find. And I don't want to be the one to say it, but a vast majority of you cretins aren't subscribed and probably haven't liked and commented yet. We're going to need your support in the great up-and-coming Sonic Wars, so please do that. And you know, if you feel like it, good video, share it on Twitter. It really makes a difference, and I really appreciate it. And I imagine we're going to get some more info fast.